Meet the creator behind the YouTube channel Uncharted Travel, where he documents solo expeditions into abandoned and forgotten places. But during one brutal Canadian winter, he set out to spend the night inside a massive abandoned asylum, only to discover he wasn't the only one willing to brave the freezing cold. The journey began with a 2-hour drive north into a remote part of Ontario, where endless snow and isolated roads made the location feel even more cut off from the world. With only a few hours of daylight remaining, time was already working against him. His mission was simple: explore the asylum before nightfall, then build a shelter capable of surviving temperatures expected to plunge to a life-threatening minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Alright, so here's the deal. We've arrived at the front gate and it's about 3:30 right now, and I have a 20-minute hike to the actual location. The sun sets here around 5:30, 6 o'clock, so that means I have about 2 or so hours to get as much footage as I can in the daylight and navigate the place. Last night it got around to about negative 20 here. Tonight it's expected to be about the same. So as you can guess, it's going to be a rough one. The theme of episode 1 was to survive the wildlife and coyotes. The theme of episode 2 is going to be again to survive, but this time the cold. So we're going to try and take the brunt of this Canadian winter and last with the supplies I've brought. With that, let's get going.
As he began the hike toward the abandoned complex, something immediately caught his attention. The roads inside the property had been freshly plowed. Someone had been there recently. Whether it was maintenance, security, or someone else entirely, it meant the asylum wasn't as abandoned as he had expected. From that moment on, staying unnoticed became just as important as surviving the cold. After slipping through a small opening, he finally made it inside. The scale of the building was overwhelming. Endless hallways stretched in every direction, many littered with collapsed ceilings and scattered debris. Decades of freezing temperatures had coated nearly every surface in thick ice, turning each step into a careful balancing act.
Oh.
Constructed in 1896, this sanitarium housed over 400 live-in residents in its prime. The area was chosen for its remote location, where patients could take in plenty of fresh air and sunlight, two things which were believed to be vital for tuberculosis patients at this time.
This looks like the front lobby. It looks like everything's covered in at least a solid 3 to 4 inches of ice. So I hope it's stable enough for me to walk on.
With temperatures in the area being consistently below freezing, any mold spores caused by seasonal flooding should be dormant and of little danger to me. That being said, there were still several other hazardous substances in this building that I needed to avoid directly inhaling.
The asylum's history only made the atmosphere more unsettling. Originally opened as a tuberculosis sanitarium in 1896, it was later converted into a psychiatric hospital, becoming a place where countless patients spent years behind its walls. Even standing inside decades later, the weight of that history seemed impossible to ignore. As he wandered through decaying patient rooms and long deserted corridors, an uneasy feeling slowly settled over him. Every hallway looked the same. Every doorway disappeared into darkness, and the silence became almost overwhelming. Outside, the wind rattled against the building while ice cracked beneath his boots. Then, without warning, another sound interrupted the silence.
I swear I just heard something tapping on one of the windows. That was a little bit creepy. So I just heard some tapping on one of the windows outside. So I'm hoping it's not maintenance people. So I'm killing my flashlight for a little bit, and I'm just gonna have a look outside. It sounded like it was coming from this direction, but at the base of the building. I doubt they'd come in here, but I'm just trying to be safe. Oh. looks weird.
It sounded like someone tapping on one of the windows below him. He stopped instantly, switched off his flashlight. He stood motionless and stared into the darkness outside, waiting for any sign of movement. Nothing appeared. He tried convincing himself it was only falling ice and the old building settling, but the rhythm of the tapping felt far too deliberate. With daylight disappearing fast, he couldn't afford to leave. He still needed somewhere to survive the night. After searching the upper levels, he found a small maintenance room on the roof. 3 walls offered some protection from the bitter wind, but the missing door meant the freezing air would still pour inside. Once his shelter was prepared, he decided to continue another tradition from his channel. No matter how unsettling the location, every overnight exploration included one final journey into the building after dark.
I also packed a much warmer sleeping bag. This should be good for up to -20. The tradition of the Alone series, I do want to show you guys a part of this insane asylum that I haven't shown you yet during the day, and that's because it's a little bit tricky to find, and that is the cafeteria. So our objective right now is I'm going to, keeping up with the tradition, venture out into the depths of this location at night while it is pretty dark, and unfortunately my flashlight is on its last legs. But I will have to go into the basement, I believe, and cross through the tunnels to get into the cafeteria because it's all boarded up from the outside, and it's soaked up to at least the shin level.
Armed with a flashlight that was already beginning to fail, he made his way into the asylum's basement. His goal was to reach the abandoned cafeteria, accessible only through a maze of underground tunnels. The deeper he went, the more oppressive the darkness became. Water covered sections of the floor, sheets of ice clung to the walls, and every flicker from his flashlight seemed to shrink the world around him. Then he suddenly stopped. Somewhere ahead, beyond the reach of his light, he heard a sound that couldn't be explained by the wind.
What these arrows all point to? Oh, this looks like it is. It's a woman's washroom. I think we found it, guys. I think we found the cafeteria. Yeah, look at that. Look at this place. My voice just echoes. And this is what I wore my galoshes for the last time, or the first time I was in here. It's all frozen now because of the weather, but this was all water and I got soaked. Oh my god, that scared the me. Okay, it looks like it's not completely frozen, so I'm gonna try and walk outside of these. Huh, well, it looks like we hit a dead end here. Time to head back the way we came. Hello? I swear to God, I just heard someone. Oh my God. I swear I just heard someone over here. Or something, maybe an animal, I don't know. Actually, I just went out. Oh, come on. Please, come on. Oh, I don't like this. What was that? Okay, I want to get out of here. Oh, God.
It sounded unmistakably like a human voice. His heart immediately began racing as he called out into the darkness, hoping for an answer. None came. Moments later, his flashlight finally died. leaving him trapped beneath the asylum with only the weak flickering light from his head-mounted camera to guide him back through the flooded tunnels. Somehow he reached the rooftop shelter and survived the brutal Canadian night. But the question has never been answered. Was it another explorer hidden somewhere inside the building, a maintenance worker making their rounds, or something neither explanation can account for? Alone inside a frozen asylum, every unexpected sound carried consequences, and sometimes the most terrifying part of exploring abandoned places isn't what you can see, it's realizing something may have heard you first. Whether real or imagined, the feeling of being watched is something almost every urban explorer experiences. But in our next story, it wasn't just a feeling. Someone had been watching from the very beginning. The following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Project Thingies in June of 2026. In it, the creator and a friend set out to explore an abandoned multi-story hotel somewhere in the United Kingdom. Before entering, they circled the exterior to look for a way inside. What they found immediately raised concerns. Mounted around the building were multiple surveillance cameras and motion sensors, making it obvious that the property was still being actively monitored despite its abandoned appearance. Oddly enough, there wasn't a single security guard in sight. Believing they could avoid detection, the pair climbed onto the roof and entered through an opening, dropping into what appeared to be an old bar and dining area connected to a commercial kitchen. But once inside, another problem became impossible to ignore. Motion sensors covered the walls and ceilings throughout the building.
Come through here. Look at these doors as well. There is a sense, I think, wait, somewhere in here. I actually don't know where it is. Actually, no, I believe it's just around, yeah, there. Okay, I think this room's fine. Alright, we're gonna move to other corridors now. Oh, there is one more. There's any sensors up here. Hold on, okay. This place is insane. Look at it. There are sensors like that everywhere. We've tried dodging them, and we think that we have successfully dodged all.
Carefully weaving through the corridors, they did everything they could to avoid triggering the sensors. After several tense minutes, they convinced themselves they had been successful. No alarm sounded. Nothing happened. At least, nothing they could hear. What they didn't realize was that the system had quietly done exactly what it was designed to do. A silent alarm had already been activated. Completely unaware, the explorers spent the next 10 minutes wandering through the hotel while security was already on its way. Their first indication that something was wrong came when a guard, accompanied by a security dog, suddenly appeared outside and confronted them.
Thank you for watching.
Who's in here? Look, back. Who's in here? Who's in here? Back. Come on. Who's in here?
Wait, hang up first.
Stand there. Stand there. Film as much as you like. You're
Yes.
trespassing.
On.
Okay?
Huh?
Back, watch it.
Oi. Hey, oh, get
Listen.
back. Huh?
Listen. Put your phone away.
Oh.
Bring him down. Go on. Bring him down.
But not me. No.
Listen, stand there.
Whoa, don't want any arguments. Just, I'm chill. I understand.
there.
Listen, dude, I understand. Just don't, like,
Listen,
get the thing to attack me.
You've done this. Stand there.
No, I'm not trying to move. I'm just trying to fucking,
Stand there.
yeah.
You've done this the last 2 nights.
Last 2, I haven't been here at all.
Second time.
Dude, I live near Brighton. I'm not from here at all. First time I've come here.
Stand there.
I'm not from here.
Okay, so who's your mate then? Just run off.
Huh? Don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is?
No, we met today. I don't know what.
Give me that.
Right, his name's Bob. He's from town. What do you
Why have you done it? When you know that we have cameras everywhere around in there, what is the point of you doing?
Caught off guard, the explorer immediately tried explaining that they weren't there to steal anything or damage the property. But from the guard's perspective, none of that mattered. He had just caught someone trespassing inside a heavily monitored building, and he wasn't about to take any chances. The confrontation quickly turned into a tense back and forth as the guard questioned everything the explorer said, refusing to believe his explanations. With the dog only a few feet away, running wasn't much of an option. For the moment, he was trapped, and very little control over how the situation would put in. All he could do was remain calm and hope talking would prevent things from getting even worse.
You can record as much as you
Oh, it's
want.
just charging, dude. Don't worry.
I'm SIA registered. The dog's insured. If I release that dog, he'd bite your face off, which is what I think you need to learn a lesson.
Alright.
It really is.
My mum's outside. Can I come, like, talk to her?
You can ring your mum. You can ask your mum to pull in. The gates are open. There's 2 guards on the gate. We brought the dog unit in. This is going to cost you a lot of money. It's right there. But you're going nowhere until the police arrive. That I can assure you. That I can absolutely assure you. If you want to make a run for it, I am within my rights to release the dog.
Well, not really, dude. It's illegal. Don't want to test you on it.
Trust me. Give my dog a little, and I'd like to beat the out of you.
She drove 4.5 hours to get here. She's pissed with me. That's really bad.
Why have you drove 4.5 hours to get here?
Because we're going to see a mate. Because, like, we came to see a mate. I saw this, like, oh, got curious. It's a kid, bro.
Just hold on a minute. Let me just make one phone call. Let me just get one of these guys to hold this dog. And I'm going to teach you a lesson.
You're going to punch me?
But you won't come back here.
As the confrontation continued, the guard's patience quickly disappeared. He repeatedly threatened to release the dog if the explorer attempted to run and warned that the police were already on their way. The explorer continued pleading his case, insisting curiosity had simply gotten the better of him. But it was obvious nothing he said was changing the guard's mind. As emotions escalated, the situation became increasingly unpredictable. At one point, the guard appeared so enraged that he was gripping the dog's lead so tightly it looked as though the animal itself was struggling. Whatever happened next, the explorer knew one thing: staying there much longer wasn't going to improve his chances.
Do you want to make a move for it?
Okay.
Go on then, make a move for it.
Dude.
Bear! Watch him! Bear!
Can you, like, leave? Like, can you leave me alone?
No, I can't leave you alone. Abby! Abby!
Don't. Oi, stand back. No. Stand back. No, stop. Stop.
No.
Stop. Fucking hell. God. Fuck.
With tensions reaching their breaking point, the explorer made a split-second decision. He ran. Somehow he managed to escape before the situation became even more dangerous. Although the guard repeatedly threatened to release the dog, it appears the animal was never let loose, or at least not in time to catch him. In the end, the explorer avoided being bitten, avoided being arrested, and managed to get away. At the same time, it's easy to understand why the guard reacted the way he did. From his perspective, 2 strangers had illegally entered private property protected by surveillance and security systems. His job was to stop trespassers before they could damage the site or steal anything from inside. Regardless of whose side you take, this encounter serves as a reminder that not every danger inside an abandoned building comes from collapsing floors or something hiding in the darkness. Sometimes the greatest threat is the one that's been watching you from the very beginning. Some places leave you questioning what you saw. Others leave you questioning what you heard. If you're enjoying the video so far, please consider subscribing. Your support genuinely helps the channel grow. And the deeper we go, the more disturbing these encounters become. But for now, let's continue. The following footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Haunted Down Under in August of 2019. Hoping to document paranormal activity, a group of investigators traveled to the Ernest Junction Tunnel in Queensland, Australia. Built during the 19th century as part of an old railway line, the abandoned tunnel has long carried a reputation for strange encounters, with many locals believing it's haunted. Their plan was to conduct a full overnight investigation and determine whether the stories surrounding the tunnel were true. After arriving at the entrance, they began setting up equipment and conducting several experiments before venturing further into the darkness. At first, everything seemed routine, But what began as another paranormal investigation would soon turn into one of the most disturbing experiences the group had ever encountered.
Are you right?
Yeah, just really, really scary being down there. It's like so disorientated. You can't see anything and it's freaking cold. It's really not a nice feeling.
Yeah, well, we need you to go the full length.
If anybody's there for me, there with me tonight, here with me, you can talk to me if you like. I'm going to shut up in a minute and I'm going to try to start recording. The f*** was that? Oh my God. Okay, I'm getting an actual... I don't know what that was. Like, I'm not sure if the night vision's even working. I can't see anything at all. And I'm just like, no!
Torch.
That was loud as f***.
Guys.
Is that? Seriously?
No, that's danger.
Guys, stop. If there's anyone here, you need to make yourself known right now. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
People know we're here. This is the problem. People know we're here because they posted on the live. People know we're here. And again.
Hold on a sec. Celine, your torch is not up high enough.
What the is that?
Call 000. Call 000 right now.
Yep, sure, call 000.
Pack up.
What we can do is stay in control.
Where's my phone?
Get Carol talking to you.
Just call if someone's here, you need to make yourself known because 000 is being called right now.
Yes, it's an emergency. We could be in danger right now.
Without warning, a deafening blast echoed through the tunnel. The sound was so violent that it instantly threw the entire group into a panic. For several seconds, no one could tell where it came from or what had caused it. Their first fear was that part of the aging tunnel had collapsed. But the more they listened, the less that explanation made sense. Whatever had created the explosion didn't sound natural. It sounded intentional. Believing someone else might be inside the tunnel with them, they immediately contacted emergency services and abandoned the investigation, leaving the area as quickly as possible. But after the initial shock wore off, curiosity got the better of them. They decided to return. This time, the goal wasn't to investigate ghosts. It was to find out what had exploded.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say that's...
It's a fresh bottle.
Someone's done it to us, yeah.
It's a fresh bottle.
All right, not paranormal. That's pretty well debunked. I'm going to say it's not paranormal. I mean, that to me looks like a melted bottle, like someone's done that.
It's melted. You can see it's blown right out the rear.
Is there liquid inside it?
Yeah, a little bit of the condensation in the top of it.
You can look how burnt it is there too.
So someone's f***ing us, Nads.
So going forward, no more lives in places that are public and that aren't paid for.
Big
that is
security
it.
risk.
Big security risk.
All right.
Well,
All right.
I'm cold. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. Oh, God, I actually hung up.
Searching the tunnel, they eventually discovered what appeared to be the source of the explosion. Lying on the ground were the remains of a plastic bottle that had been deliberately blown apart. The damage was unmistakable. Melted plastic, burn marks, and shredded pieces scattered across the tunnel made it obvious this wasn't something that happened on its own. Someone had intentionally caused the explosion. The group later believed they had likely been the target of a prank orchestrated by someone hiding somewhere inside the tunnel. Whether it was a local familiar with the area, thrill seekers looking for a reaction, or even someone watching their live broadcast, they couldn't say. The incident quickly gained attention across Australia after several news outlets covered the story, fueling debate over what had actually happened that night. Looking back, the explosion itself wasn't the most unsettling part. It was the possibility that someone had been silently watching them from somewhere inside that dark tunnel, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Whatever their intentions were, they succeeded in reminding everyone there that not every unexplained experience has a paranormal explanation. Sometimes the greatest danger is another person you've never seen, standing just beyond the reach of your flashlight. Unfortunately, that isn't as uncommon as many people believe. Some abandoned places may look empty until they aren't. In January of 2025, YouTuber John Murray uploaded a video titled Exploring My Abandoned Childhood Mall. Accompanied by 2 friends, he traveled to Westminster Mall in Westminster, California, a shopping center that had closed only a few months earlier. Arriving around 3 o'clock in the morning, the group expected to find an empty building frozen in time. Instead, they were surprised by how quickly the mall had fallen apart. Storefronts were damaged, debris covered the floors, and the once familiar shopping center already felt abandoned far longer than it actually had been. After taking in the eerie atmosphere, they spent nearly 15 minutes exploring in peace, wandering through the empty storefronts without incident. But as they made their way toward a service corridor, something unexpected caught their attention.
Let's go to the back rooms. I'm curious to know what are they doing? It's hard to say. Don't trust them though. Yeah, they're very casual dressed. Bro, I'm curious. I don't know about you guys, but I'm curious. Let's go this way. Don't get in the light. Definitely went over here. So guys, we're just trying to see what the people here are trying to do. So we're looking around. Well, since we're not the only ones here, we're just trying to figure out what the is going on. So that's why we're kind of like investigating right now. It could be like criminal activity or something. We don't know. This is so crazy.
Voices and loud noises echoed through the otherwise empty mall. Rather than continue toward the sound, the group instinctively backed away, putting as much distance between themselves and whoever else was inside. At that hour, they doubted they had stumbled across another group of explorers. Their minds immediately went elsewhere. It could have been scrappers removing anything of value, people involved in criminal activity, or even security making the rounds. Whatever the explanation, they knew they weren't alone. From that point on, every hallway was approached with caution as the group stayed close together and quietly continued exploring. Then, while moving through another section of the mall, they unexpectedly came face to face with someone.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think what we should do. Well, we know they're doing something with that one room, and they're primarily focused on that room. So, like, what? Yeah. Let's go take a look from the top again. Hard to say what to do.
Okay.
Oh no, we're just...
Is there anywhere that we shouldn't go for your crew? Is there anywhere that we shouldn't go for your crew?
What a trip that would believe that. I cannot believe that this just happened to us right now. I can't, words can't describe it, bro. He said not to go near where?
No, he said we can go anywhere. Just like don't with the anime store, cause like that's his shop.
Well, there's another anime store there, so. Well, we're just here to film. So we're...
The man they encountered appeared to be part of a scrapping crew working inside the abandoned mall. Surprisingly, he wasn't immediately hostile. Instead, he calmly warned the group to stay away from several specific stores and areas where the rest of his crew was working. Understanding the situation, the explorers agreed without hesitation. There was no reason to create a confrontation. Respecting the warning, they avoided those sections and spent the next several minutes exploring elsewhere. Although they continued hearing distant activity from deeper inside the mall, both groups kept to themselves. Eventually, the explorers left without any further problems. It seemed the night had ended about as well as they could have hoped, but only a week later, they decided to return. This time, they would discover just how dramatically the abandoned mall had changed.
This is absolutely insane. This place just literally popped off and everything went to destruction. Like crazy destruction. So the thing is a lot of people are just breaking everything in Westminster right now. Like it's a whole war zone in there. It's bad. Holy So guys, we're back in the Westminster Mall right now. And it's became, dude, what do you?
It's mayhem right now, dude.
It's mayhem. This is bad. Honestly, you gotta watch where you're stepping.
Up and get what we need to get before it gets really bad in here.
Yeah. Whoa. Trust me guys, we're not partaking in any of this whatsoever.
This is like straight up news coverage, bro.
Yeah. Bro.
Still like
Or someone just smashed it. Dude, that's like always where I entered Westminster. I'm really just watching my head because like you never know.
Yeah, you're supposed to watch out right here.
Yeah.
We've been told that people are breaking glass.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get into the. All right. Yep.
The difference between their two visits were staggering. In just a matter of days, the abandoned mall had transformed into complete chaos. Groups of people freely roamed the building, smashing storefronts, covering walls with graffiti, stripping anything of value, and leaving destruction behind wherever they went. At one point, the explorers even came across a cracked safe lying among the debris. Rather than leave immediately, they spent more than 30 minutes documenting what had become of the once popular shopping center. Throughout the visit, they remained constantly alert, carefully watching where they stepped and avoiding areas where broken glass continued falling from above. The longer they stayed, the more surreal the experience became. During their first visit, the mall felt abandoned. Now it felt occupied, not by shoppers, but by people treating the property as their own personal playground for destruction. In the end, John warned viewers that Westminster Mall had become far more dangerous than it appeared, not because of ghosts or urban legends, but because of the unpredictable people now wandering its halls. Sometimes an abandoned building doesn't stay abandoned for long. Sometimes it simply attracts a different kind of crowd. The trouble is, you never really know who else is inside until they let you know. This footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel All Around Lifestyle, where creator Mike regularly documents different aspects of his life, including urban exploration. On May the 13th, 2006, Mike and several friends set out to explore an abandoned parking garage in Poland. Drawn in by its unusual architecture and rooftop views, they expected nothing more than another routine exploration through an empty, forgotten structure. Instead, the visit would end with an encounter none of them could explain.
Ale zdjęciano z tego będziemy robić, nie? Co ty robisz? Co to było? C'est le j'ai complètement embêté tous les filles.
After spending time exploring the upper levels of the abandoned parking garage, the group eventually decided it was time to leave. But as they approached the stairwell leading back down, something changed. Their confidence disappeared almost instantly. None of them said exactly why, but they all seemed reluctant to continue. There was an unmistakable feeling that someone or something might already be waiting below. Slowly, they began descending the stairs, cautiously looking around each corner before taking another step.
Tu kurwa nikogo nie ma, debilu zajebany. Jak tu nie ma? Kurwa! I co?
Then, without warning, a piercing scream echoed through the empty structure. The sound instantly stopped them in their tracks. Within seconds, panic took over. Without waiting to find the source, the group turned and ran, sprinting out of the parking garage as fast as they could. Fortunately, everyone escaped unharmed. But the question has never been answered. Who or what was responsible for the scream? Was it another person hidden somewhere inside the abandoned garage? Or did they hear something they were never meant to encounter? Whatever echoed from below that day was enough to convince them that some places aren't worth exploring to the very end. Sometimes curiosity wins, even after every instinct says it's time to leave. In November 2021, a YouTuber named Chuck uploaded a video to his channel Condition Orange. In this particular video, Chuck and two of his friends decided to explore an abandoned shopping mall located in New Orleans, Louisiana. The group started off walking around the outside of the property, searching for a way inside. Every door they found was locked, and even the ones that looked open just led to another sealed entry. Running out of options, they decided to check the lower parking level for another way in. That's when things took a strange turn.
There's a way in here.
Is it flooded?
I don't know where it goes, but there's a way in. It's not flooded bad, no. I don't know how far it goes though. Yeah, we gotta look. Just looking. Hello? It's the elevator shaft. We might be able to come in here.
Okay.
What was that?
Nothing. We didn't do anything. What was that?
Are you serious?
No, yes, we're serious. We didn't do nothing. I heard it too. What was that? I didn't do that.
I don't know, but it was loud.
That sounds awful.
That was like in the building.
Yeah. Might have been money up in there before too.
You heard that?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah, that's what we keep hearing.
Sounds like a girl screaming.
Yep.
Yep, that's what we heard when we were in there. Let's get out of here. I don't like this.
As soon as they heard the loud bang, Chuck and his friends froze. Then, a faint scream echoed through the upper level, sounding like a woman's voice. The noise made them suspect that someone might still be inside the mall. For several minutes, they debated whether to keep going or leave, but curiosity got the better of them. They decided to move toward the opposite side of the mall, hoping to find a safer entrance and investigate what they had heard. But as they were approaching the building, they came across someone unexpected.
I thought you were like, no, we didn't make it. I thought you were being sarcastic. It sounded like it was like maybe one floor up. Someone's here.
I heard something.
Yep, door's open to the main floor. How's it going?
Oh, hey.
Are we?
I'm Oscar. This is Chuck. We're just exploring, taking pictures of the old building. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, we heard some noises. We were downstairs and like freaked us the f out. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. We freaked the f out. I was like, what is that? We heard like a door screeching or something. So, and I cut myself on some rust. That was cool.
Who's that? Oh, that's your guy.
Thankfully, the person they ran into wasn't aggressive. The man seemed calm and friendly, so after a short exchange, the group continued on into the mall. For a while, everything seemed normal. They moved from one side of the mall to another, taking photos and filming as they went. Then, while exploring one of the upper rooms, they discovered something unsettling.
Yes, you're right. And what's so fun? That is insane. So somebody just built that.
MREs, they're still unopened, part of it.
Please, sit here, eat your dinner, and get high.
It's a nice bed.
I don't know, man. You're on your own on that one.
I mean,
It's pretty comfy, actually.
you wanna take a nap?
This is insane. This is what I think.
This is wild.
It's got egos and...
There was more than one person. Absolutely. Had to be.
Yeah, it goes all the way up.
I mean, that's a big piece of galvanized steel, looks like.
Yeah.
It's been turned.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Sorry. Well, the needles are uncovered. Be careful around this table. Watch where you step and stuff.
Heroin.
Look at this. 100 milligrams of what?
G4910.
G4910. Yeah, is it really medical?
Oh, it's to treat panic disorder.
So it's an anxiety medication.
Anxiety medication.
So it might be.
Huh. Look at that level.
All them needles.
Yeah, be careful where you step.
When they entered one of the rooms, they found signs that someone had been living there recently. Makeshift beds, food supplies, and medical items scattered across the floor. But what really caught their attention was a table covered in syringes and prescription bottles. It was clear someone had been using the room for drug use. The explorers immediately realized how dangerous that situation could be. If whoever was living there came back and found them, it could end badly. So, they decided it was time to leave. But as they started heading towards the stairs, they noticed a figure nearby, watching them.
How's it going? Oh, you're back. With the shirt on this time. You got pants on too. He looks similar. Unless that was his brother, I don't know. Because the other guy in the truck looked similar. They might be twins. How's it going? Damn, you paint, dude? What you painting?
Oh, that's new.
That's awesome, though. So you guys put these here to like just slow people down, or?
I keep the dog.
Oh, okay, dog.
That makes sense.
There's him barking.
Alright, man. Talk to you later.
Thanks for not being crazy.
Alright. So now we know why those things are there.
Yeah.
Let us into his house to record.
Yeah.
Like for real, he was like, just make sure you right here. He was just like, make sure you close the door behind you. I was like, yes, sir.
Whatever you say. Wait a minute.
To their surprise, the man wasn't threatening at all. He was calm, polite, and appeared sober. He told them he was just painting inside and keeping an eye on his dog. The explorers thanked him and quickly made their way out. As for the drugs and paraphernalia they found earlier, it likely belonged to someone else who wasn't there at the time. In the end, they left the building without incident. Chuck and his friends were lucky that both encounters inside that mall turned out the way that it did. If either of those individuals had been unstable or hostile, the outcome could have been much worse. Unfortunately, not every explorer is that fortunate. In May of 2023, a YouTuber named Chris Hill uploaded a chilling video to his channel Urbex Hill. Chris often documents his urban explorations, slipping into places long forgotten. But this time, what awaited inside the Robert Fulton Elementary School would send him running for his life. The school, located in Cleveland, Ohio, was nearly a century old, abandoned for over 13 years. The neighborhood around had a reputation for violent crime, making the decaying halls even more dangerous. And Chris made the mistake of entering alone at midnight. For the first several minutes, he wandered the classrooms and corridors, showing his viewers the destruction left behind. But the deeper he ventured, the more the building began to stir.
Whoa, that scared me. I thought that was like a body laying there. I'm tripping. Look at this. This will make a good thumbnail. Somebody's in there. Somebody put this in front of the door. What the f? Still there. Don't explore alone.
A loud bang echoed through the dark, followed by something even more unsettling. A classroom door was wedged shut with debris as if someone inside had barricaded themselves in. On the whiteboard, a message was scrawled in bold letters: "Don't explore alone." A warning or a threat? Chris ignored it. He pressed deeper, convinced curiosity would lead to answers. But the evidence was undeniable. Someone else was in that building.
Somebody's been living in here. Somebody's in there. I'm out.
A sudden scream tore through the silence. Raw, human, close. Terrified, Chris bolted for the exit, his camera shaken as he sprinted through the ruined halls. He didn't dare look back, praying whoever or whatever had screamed wasn't chasing him. But the footage told a darker story. If you freeze the frame as Chris yanks open a curtain, you can glimpse feet retreating into the shadows. Someone had been hiding there watching. Later that night, while reviewing his GoPro, Chris found something he hadn't noticed in the moment. In the background, a shadowy figure slipped into a classroom as he first entered the building. Not a trick of the light, a man, a presence that had been following him from the very beginning. Whether it was the same person who screamed or someone else entirely remains unknown. The Robert Fulton Elementary School may be abandoned, but its halls are not empty. So what do you think? Curiosity has always been part of urban exploration. It's what pushes people through broken doors, down dark hallways, and into places most of us would never enter. But every now and then, explorers come across warnings that make you stop and wonder. Keep out, don't enter, don't explore alone. Most ignore them. Sometimes they're meaningless. Sometimes there aren't. So what about you? Would you keep going, or would that be enough to make you turn around?
And that wraps up this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more creepy, bizarre, and haunting tales. Check out the links below to dive deeper. And if you have your own creepy encounter, tell us in the comments. We might feature it in a future video. Until next time, sleep tight.